By the end of this episode, we're going to have a psychotic break
What
for
do you mean
sure.
by the end? 69 them in a way.
I have prepared far too much for this episode.
For anyone who doesn't have their astrological sign tattooed to their lower back.
Isn't it racist if that's how they say it? Anyway, schizophrenia runs in my family.
If you want to know a tree, hold on to your hats.
Also died a virgin.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
That's racist for sure. That's very psycho.
Willkommen, bienvenue, ni hao, to Two Guys, One Bowl. The show where two comedians each pick a word or phrase from a bowl, and the two words or phrases are combined to form something very magical. Today's episode, Hermes Trismegistus, table tennis. I am here with my special needs older brother, Dan Schwab, in the auspicious studios of Streamhouse.media. Dan, how out of place do you feel in a room with so many expensive things that you're not allowed to break?
I've never been more terrified in my life that I'm going to hit something or trip over a wire and send my life savings crashing onto the ground.
I would need about 15 kidneys, I think, if I break even one lens here.
Oh my god! Every organ in my body I'd have to sell. My balls would be like in a museum somewhere being sliced open just to pay for one microphone.
Look at all this nice stuff. Look at all this. Usually,
so nice,
last episode I think I was holding a banana with a microphone on it.
Yeah, no, that was 2 episodes ago actually.
Oh, Streamhouse.media. We're moving up in the world.
Moving on up.
Beautiful studio here.
It is.
Beautiful
Why is it
studio.
auspicious? What's auspicious about it?
I'm not sure what the word auspicious means. I think it means good fortune, like good luck. Blessed.
I think so.
The
Yeah,
blessed
it's
studios.
It's one of those $10 words that you
Auspicious.
use, but it's like
We're off to an auspicious start.
yeah, why not?
It's
Okay.
certainly a good thing.
So, how excited are you about talking about Hermes Trismegistus?
I'm very excited to talk about Hermes Trismegistus. This was your word, by the way.
It was my word.
It was your
my
word. I'm glad that we both didn't write it, because we could have gotten Hermes Trismegistus.
I was worried that we'd have word overlaps, but so far we're okay.
So, for the nice, normal people at home who don't know, Hermes Trismegistus means Hermes the thrice great, or Hermes great great great. He is a mythical figure known as the father of alchemy, the philosophy and science.
There is the current, I think, theory is that he's a syncretic combination of Hermes and Thoth.
Thoth, the Egyptian god.
Exactly. So the syncretism is like the Romans were very crazy about it. They were essentially trying to get all the gods from all the mythologies essentially, and they noticed that kind of they were quite similar, and they were like, oh, we can just combine them all together.
69 them in a way.
Exactly. And Hermes and Thoth are kind of the same thing. Interestingly, fun fact: the equivalent in Norse mythology is actually Odin.
Oh, that is a fun fact.
Yeah. But yes, apparently he originated, Hermes Trismegistus originated in like Egypt when there was like a Greek-Egyptian fusion.
Yes.
That's on some period of history. I don't remember when that was.
And at some point, he wrote the mythical Emerald Tablet.
He did indeed, which we shall read
I'm sure we will.
shortly.
So, okay, let's for potato salad. I've said to say potato salad if I ever put my arm up like this. That's our safe word. For the alchemical virgins, maybe perhaps a brief overview of alchemy.
Please, go
for
for
anyone
it. I'm
who
looking
doesn't-
up my notes.
Sure, for
for this
anyone who
episode,
doesn't
'cause
have their...
I have prepared far too much for this episode. I was very excited to talk about Hermes Trismegistus. I have spent many a moon being like, this is the truth, motherfucker.
Okay, for anyone who doesn't have their astrological sign tattooed to their lower back, the science of alchemy was a collective project of a group of weirdos who wanted to complete the great work, which was, I believe, either turning lead into gold, creating an elixir of life.
It was the Philosopher's Stone, basically.
Yes,
It was
and
the ultimate
creating the
thing.
Philosopher's Stone.
But all these things are believed to just be metaphors for actually like living, and they're just like so they talk a lot about, I think, combinations of sulfur and mercury, is it?
Quicksilver,
Exactly. And you can combine these things. Everything they thought that all metals were different combinations of sulfur and mercury, and there was a way to combine these things in a certain way that would turn lead into gold, right?
Very early chemistry.
Exactly, very early chemistry. But the deeper meaning was that you could alchemize certain things within you to become greater versions of what they are.
Say, for example, to turn the lead of your depression and sadness into the gold of your happiness and success.
Exactly. And yes, so I think that's a very good summary, by the way. Well done.
Yes,
well
thank you very much. This
now-
caused me a genuine psychotic breakdown in my life. Doing this, every time I find myself on the Wikipedia page for alchemy, I have to go, listen, Dan, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Be careful. Careful where we're going.
Put the joint out.
Schizophrenia runs in my family. Let's not go too
Just
deep.
go to sleep at this point.
What do you think if we read out the Emerald Tablet?
Oh, I think it is necessary.
I think-
Hold on to your hats.
Yeah. So okay. So the what's it called? The most read, the most used kind of translation today is actually Newton's translation, like the Isaac Newton. 'cause
Isaac
he was
Newton, very into alchemy.
very into Hermeticism.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, a crazy schizophrenic man as well.
Oh, well, he was insane, out of his mind. He spent so long on numerology in the Bible. Did you know that?
Oh yes, a big numerology guy.
He tried to find secret patterns.
Such a
and
red
secret
flag.
messages.
Such a red flag.
Oof, no wonder
The
no one fucked
reddest
him.
of flags.
He died a virgin.
Yes, I have a fun fact. I have the cover.
Also died a virgin?
Time will tell. I have the cover page for Isaac Newton's translation of the Emerald Tablet as the first page of the diary that I started during COVID.
That's a red flag.
Yes.
Holy shit.
There's
or
very
a green flag. Maybe it's an emerald flag, one could say.
But there's very few entries in the diary. I just was excited to make the cover page.
Of course. Okay, so anyway, this translation is a simpler translation. I thought it would be more accessible. So, that which is below corresponds to that which is above, and that which is above corresponds to that which is below, to accomplish the miracles of the one thing. And just as all things come from one, so all things return to that one by transformation. The sun is its father, the moon its mother. The wind carries it in its belly, the earth is its nurse. It rises from earth to heaven and again descends to earth, thus uniting the powers of above and below. Thus you will obtain the glory of the whole world, and all obscurity will clear from you. This is the strong force of all forces, for it overcomes every subtle thing and penetrates every solid thing. So was the world created.
Going to write my little comment here.
Oh, the tension is mounting.
Sexy cam, please.
Okay, let's dive. Shall we, Daniel?
Yes.
Shall we? Do you prefer Dan or Daniel?
I would like to be called Captain.
Captain.
Yes.
Captain, my captain.
But I've done nothing to earn that title. So, Dan is fine. What do you prefer?
Coach.
Okay.
No. I also like Dan.
Sensei.
Isn't that useful? Right. Okay. So we've kind of touched upon this about how these are kind of metaphors, right? Really, the concept, the modern concept of what this is a kind of the precursor of is isomorphism, which is, iso, same, morphic, morphism, shape. So same shapeness. So essentially what they're talking about is that the universe is just recurring patterns of things. And so things can be different scales, but the pattern that they're exhibiting is the same. So, for example, atoms kind of look like, having the electrons kind of rotating around them, kind of look like planets with rotating around the sun, right? Or I don't know, like what other isomorphic things examples can you think of?
Way less dramatic, but like a small bottle of Coke Zero and a big bottle of Coke Zero.
Sure. They share the same pattern.
Yes.
Let's say. And what else? I'm already lost in the sauce.
We've already gotten into Greek etymologies.
Exactly. So exactly, and that's the as above, so below. That's what it's kind of saying essentially.
Yes.
And as below, so above. And there's no real difference between them. Like really, it seems like planets are more important to us because they're bigger. But why are they more important than atoms? Let's say. And their idea, the Hermetic idea, is that the universe is a reflection of Nu, the mind. And our mind is a reflection of the universe.
Of Nu?
Of Nu. They call it Nu. N-O-U-S. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Maybe it's Nous.
Okay. The mind.
Yeah.
It's probably a silent S. I think that was a good call.
Perhaps.
Feels like it should be.
Yeah, you know. All the fancy stuff.
This is what I always took from as above, so below. Exactly what you said, which I don't know if that is shared universally, because this is not a fixed doctrine. It's more just a sort of collection of ideas. That if you want to study below, i.e. the very small, you can equally study above, i.e. the very big. And that even applies to, for example, if you want to know a man, you can understand society. And if you want to understand society, you can understand a man. And if you want to understand the geopolitics of nations, you also have to understand the mind of a child, because it's isomorphic.
Yep. And I mean, and this is like what they're talking about.
Potato salad?
Of course, your little arm tweak. And essentially the deeper thing that they're arguing, I suppose, that Hermeticism is saying is true, is that if you want to understand the universe, understand your own mind.
Yeah.
And the Buddhists say this, a lot of other religions say this, that it's just, and if you think about it, what has evolution done? It has created the perfect pattern recognition, or not the perfect, but it's created a pattern recognition machine.
Yeah.
And what better way to guess at the patterns that exist in the universe than by reflecting them within the brain itself?
Since you are a product of the universe, you can understand something by its product.
Yeah.
And you are a product. So if you understand yourself, then you are understanding a part of the universe, because you are a part of the universe.
Exactly.
If you want to know a tree, says Alan Watts, you must look at its fruit, says Alan Watts. But of course there is no fruit. Alan Watts always ends his speeches.
Of course.
Oh, but there is no.
Okay. And yes. And I have a list here actually. I have a list of.
I got a list. Here's the order of my list that it's in.
Of the meaning of the different things within Hermeticism. So, as above, so below, is talking about isomorphism, as we said. That the macrocosm, large, and the microcosm, the very small, share a structure. Then you have the one thing that they talk about in the Emerald Tablet, which is the mathematical analog would be a category or universal set, which means that all differentiated forms are expressions of a single underlying pattern. So exactly what we've just said. So that the products of the universe are just a reflection of the universal.
Yes.
The reflection of the whole thing, right? And then you have when they talk about adaptation and transformation, so like the alchemical part of that is, I mean, kind of self-explanatory, but that the different planes of existence map onto each other, and you can kind of fuse them together to create a greater whole.
Nature can be played with and changed.
How do you play with nature?
Sometimes in the shower in the morning.
Only in the morning.
Don't judge me.
Yeah. For me, it's rarely when the sun is out.
Yeah, it's pretty for the best. When
Yeah.
when you think God can't see you.
Exactly. God can't shine a light on the shame.
What's he doing?
Nothing.
I'm just a monkey. There's the whole duality shit. The sun is its father, the moon is its mother.
Yeah, there's the masculine, feminine, animus aspect to it all.
The
Very Jungian. Carl Jung was a very big Hermeticist disciple.
He was very in this.
If
very
you
deep
were,
in.
and had a lot to do with the merging of Hermeticism with psychology to form it's not just about adding sulfur to mercury, it's also about turning your passions into actions and such, and the transfiguration of the psychological chemistry.
Yeah,
of
like
it all.
turning lead into gold.
Yeah.
Psychologically.
Turning your stupid ass piece of lead brain into a possible gold.
Bingo. And yeah, a nice little line I wrote here is: the opposites generate new structure via relation to each other.
Do they?
They do,
Do
don't
they
they? And you know what? We'll get to exactly how
You've
this
lost me. Can you say that one more time slowly?
opposites
Opposites.
generate
Not that slow.
new structure via relation to each other.
So when two opposites relate to each other, they create a new
They
structure.
create a new thing. There's a new thing going on by the fact that the two opposites
Yeah.
relate. They do a thing, and now it's a new thing.
Anyway, let's talk about table tennis.
Now, exactly, Dan. Exactly. The thing about table tennis.
Which you may be clicking on this video
The
going,
thing-
oh, finally someone talking about table
The
tennis.
thing about table tennis is it is the perfect isomorphism for everything we've just been talking about.
Of course.
Perfect.
Of
It
course.
is perfect. And obviously it was, because why would we have picked it up otherwise? The universe specifically led us to choose those two things.
Guided our hands.
It guided us, dude. We knew. So let's dive into it, shall we?
Please.
As above, so below. As one side, so the other.
Mm.
Okay, you have two pedals. Which one is above? Which one is below? As above, so below. As below, so above. It's the same.
They're the
It's the same thing. Just
Equal but opposite.
same but different. Yeah, the two halves of the table are isomorphic to each other.
Mm-hmm.
They have the same geometry, same rules, same constraints, same potentialities.
Mm-hmm. There's no better side of the table or worse side of the table.
Big words. The net.
Big
the,
words.
Big words. The net. Okay. The table tennis net
Mhm.
acts as a liminal boundary between the planes.
Of course it does.
Of course.
I think that's one thing that we all already knew and did not need to be said.
Just like the veil between heaven and earth.
I think there was someone already in the comments typing, but isn't the net a liminal boundary between the... Oh, okay, they said it.
They said it. Okay, I can erase the comment. Every reaction on one side is mirrored by a reaction on the other side.
Yes.
Isn't it?
In my experiences of table tennis, that reaction is usually getting hit in the eye with a ping pong ball.
Are you good at table tennis?
I'm not. I'm very uncoordinated.
I'm okay. I got a bit of practice.
My toxic trait is that every time I play table tennis, I think I'm going to be really good. And then every time I can't even... I miss the ball entirely. I hit it into the guy's head. He hits it into my head.
Somehow, I believe that 100%.
Yeah.
Normally, I believe nothing that you say. I'm always like 50% chance he's taking the piss. But
It's
this
a shame because I have a good build for table tennis, which means because I have 2 arms, and it's one of the few sports where you don't have to do any sit-ups.
Okay. The serve, the table tennis serve,
Mhm.
is emanation.
Ah,
The beginning of the
something is coming plop into existence.
exactly, the one expressing itself outward.
Yeah.
Whereas the return
Mm-hmm.
is reflection.
Oh,
It is now the equal and opposite reaction
yes.
to the emanation.
Every serve must be met with a counter serve.
The universe below mirroring the motion of the above.
Hmm.
And as they go back and forth, it's resonance. It's, ding, 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 ding.
Ping pong, ping pong.
Ping pong. By the end of this episode, we're going to have a psychotic break
What
for
do you mean
sure.
by the end? Listen, just because you use multisyllabic words doesn't mean you're not having a psychosis.
I think it's actually, if you're using many multisyllabic words, the chances of you having a psychosis are much higher.
it's indicative.
It's indicative, exactly. Yes, the ongoing
Hmm.
ping pong, or the rally, as they call it, is mirrors the hermetic process of ascent and descent up the ladder of existence.
Doesn't adjust.
Of course. We really had to stretch this shit. Madonna, Hermes Trismegistus table tennis. Jesus
We're doing
Christ.
our best. We do know a lot about Hermes Trismegistus. It's just we don't know a lot about table tennis.
But
Not that there's much to know.
the mind of the player is the new. The all mind. The one. Hermes says that the cosmos is created through divine intellect. In the game, the ball represents thought, the players represent mind and matter. The rally is the flow of consciousness. The score does not matter, Dan. The
rays are
score
coming up,
does
man.
not matter. The process itself is the revelation of order. It is the order of the universe.
This is for how long I can pretend to be smart. It just ran out.
Each player is both creating and responding, a reflection of the universe's own self-reflection.
Can I add one?
Yes,
I don't know if you said
please.
this.
Please add whatever you want.
But you spoke about scale,
Uh-huh.
about the structure of an atom mirroring the structure of a solar system, which mirrors the structure of a galaxy.
Yeah.
In that way, wouldn't you say the structure of a game of table tennis mirrors the structure of a game of actual tennis?
Yeah, you could say it like that. But that's I always see that as a bit too easy.
It's the small to the big.
Yeah, it's small to the big, but I think because we're taking the piss about table tennis, and it is a bit of a stretch, but it's also not a stretch in the sense that, yeah, you can kind of see the isomorphism within even this conversation. I ping you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying a thing. I send something your way. You take it in.
Pong back.
And you pong back. And I then take it back and I ping and you pong and I ping and you pong, you know?
Also, it does feel like I'm more of a pong than a ping, and you're more of a ping than a pong.
Ah! Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. Which one's better?
It's the Laurel and Hardy dynamic. It's the I is like tall and thin, and the O is small and round. Ping and pong.
I see what you're saying. Ping pong.
Mm.
Ping pong, motherfuckers.
Have you mentioned the yin yang of it all?
No, we have not got to the yin yang part. But you please go. I've talked too long.
So the
Sorry, I just saw the table as the universe.
Sure.
But please go on.
that the yin yang, even the shape of the yin yang, kind of also looks like 2 table tennis paddles.
It does.
with little ping pong balls on them. And this is the duality of the match. Even the masculine serve the feminine reserve, the unity of the two, the 69ing of the two.
And there's no real good and evil. It's just kind of attraction, repulsion.
Yes.
You know, like
It is. The whole thing is like the ball is attracted to me and repulses it back. And it's attracted to me and repulses it back.
And it's this whole kind of this interplay between these two sides.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can argue to death about which side is better, but really you're just kind of revealing your biases,
yes.
you know? Oh, I really like the Chinese player. Why? Because I don't like the American player. Whatever. But really what happens when they come together and they play this game is that they create this new synthesized thing. Jesus. So much foliage today.
In fact, in Japanese, yin yang is actually called ping pong.
That's absolute bullshit.
Sorry, ping pong.
Ping pong. No, that's racist for sure. That's racist. Is it racist if that's how they say it? Anyway.
It is if you say it's racist.
Oh, yeah.
Once you cop to it.
Whoops.
Yeah, well.
Oh, well. So yeah, as ridiculous as it is, table tennis is kind of the perfect encapsulation of Hermes Trismegistus.
Going to write another note here. Sexy cam, please. if you insist. Okay, when did you first get into Hermes Trismegistus? Because sometimes it has a tendency you don't find it, it finds you.
Yeah. It's very, very much like that. I think I had kind of discovered a lot of what he was saying independently through the ether of the internet and whatever, and then I had a period of deep discovery, let's say. and he cropped up in a time of great need.
Manic depression. Yes, he finds you and you go, oh, this guy says all of the stuff.
He's right. 100% right. And more importantly, I'm right.
Yeah, for sure. To stop myself from buying sulfur and quicksilver. I'll tell you what, what is really understudied is the danger of the Wikipedia blue links. Because those are responsible for a whole bunch more psychoses than people give them credit for.
Oh yeah. When I discovered Hermes Trismegistus, I bought a book called The Cosmic Serpent.
Of course.
You know you're in a dark place when you start buying those books. It's a great book, by the way. Great book.
Can get into the Cosmic Serpent as well. This is a whole. It's all when this really the joy of Hermeticism is it's kind of the big umbrella that covers Jungianism, archetypes, a lot of myth.
It's the precursor to all these things.
Yes,
basically.
a lot of Joseph Campbell, DMT. All of the DMT guys, all of the mushroom guys. Been there, done that. That was all Hermes Trismegistus was there first.
If you're one of these guys and you don't know who Hermes Trismegistus is, you're a fraud.
Yeah.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
It is the epicenter of the rabbit holes. It is the hub that leads to all of these spokes.
If you talk to someone and they know who Hermes Trismegistus is, you know they've been down. They've clicked the blue link enough.
When you click the blue link, what color does it come? Is that purple?
Purple.
It comes purple.
You hit Hermes Trismegistus if you click the blue link enough that you go past Hitler. You go 10 links past Hitler.
The thing is, it's such a deep one that before this episode, I obviously revisited that old joyous Wikipedia page, and even then, most of the links were purple, but there's still some blues.
There's always the blues.
When you click that blue one, that leads to 4 more blues. And
as I was researching, I ended up on gnosis.org.
Of course. You click the outside links as well.
You start going external.
That's very dangerous.
Oh, and there's different translations of the Emerald Tablet, and you start going, "Oh, what does this translation say? Maybe they didn't. Maybe this one didn't get it right. Maybe this one has more knowledge." Oh.
Only way is to learn classic Arabic.
Exactly. Then you start getting You start getting tempted. Like, oh, maybe I need to learn Latin. You know, maybe I need to learn ancient Greek so that I can really understand what they were
From
talking
the horse's
about.
mouth.
Exactly. Do I trust this person's translation? What did Newton know? What did Newton know about translating ancient Greek? Huh?
Oh, Wikipedia would have ruined Newton.
Oh my god.
The poor guy.
He would have been a Twitch streamer today.
He was the equivalent. He never left his house.
Exactly. That's what
He
I'm
just
saying.
read weird old books.
He would have been like like one of these esoteric Twitch streamers or something. Like going.
Didn't he drink mercury?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I wouldn't be surprised.
I have to fact check that.
Yeah.
But I think he wanted to become gold. So at some point, this is a reoccurring thing with Psychosis, by the way. At some point, the thing that they're obsessed with, they just eat it.
Wow, that's interesting.
So Vincent van Gogh used to eat paint and drink turpentine, which is what you mix with
Okay.
paint, because he wanted to become a painting, I guess.
Sometimes I wonder how much of these things like Hermeticism, Jungianism, whatever, like how much of it is like, oh, we've discovered something real about the world, versus we've all had the same mental illness, and it just leads you down the same hole in the mind.
There's a lot of overlaps with mental illnesses, with specifically psychosis. People's psychoses are isomorphic of each other. Aren't they such?
Look what,
Yeah. Where you find that, you went through this really, really crazy experience that you think is a very unique experience, and then you talk to someone and it's like, oh yeah, all the same shit.
yeah.
All the same shit.
All the same shit. When I psychosed out, I was talking about like Taoism basically. I didn't know that was what I was talking about. But then I was all wu wei. I never read anything about it. But then, I started Googling, like, what the fuck am I talking about? And I was like, oh.
Okay. Wu Wei for anyone who doesn't have
Oh, yeah.
who doesn't have Alan Watts as their phone wallpaper. Wu Wei is the way of no way.
Yeah. Just like flow.
Yeah.
Stop resisting.
The flow state.
Exactly.
It is the technique of no technique.
Exactly. If you try to go to sleep, you're not going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
You just have to stop trying.
And just
to do the
allow
thing.
it to happen. So
Surrender.
Alan Watts, check your wallpapers, the guy on the wallpaper. Alan Watts Alan Watts says when water flows down a hill past rocks and pebbles and sand, that is Wu Wei. It takes the path of absolute least resistance. It doesn't choose to go left or choose to go right. It just goes where it goes.
I actually heard this for decision making as a decision making tool, which is if you have a decision to make, and how shall I explain this? Okay, let's say you're at a cafe and you're waiting for a friend, and you're constantly like every time someone walks in, you. Is that, oh no, it's okay. And then you're on your phone, and someone else, and you. So it's this kind of jumpy, kind of feeling, and then there's another feeling which is water flowing down a stream to a stream, or the feeling you get when you're sitting and you're just watching that happening. You've peed your pants, exactly, and it's just
flowing down your leg.
Flowing down your leg, exactly. Release. If you want to make a decision. And you're between two choices. Which one feels, and which one just feels like you're
more flowy?
More flowy. You're looking at a river.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to do.
Hard thing.
Although it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And if it's hard, you're doing it wrong. It's an easy thing to do. It's just hard to do the easy thing sometimes.
Yeah. It's because the hard thing is normally like sexier. It normally involves drugs, alcohol, and women. To be honest.
Like it's crippling social anxiety and constantly checking to see if the guys come in the cafe, cleaning my glasses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me it's drugs, alcohol. Yeah.
Should we go a little bit into our respective psychoses?
Sure. I mean, it's. I mean, to me, we already have, in the sense that like this is what I was on. This is what I was mainlining.
I would like to hear just a brief description of the lived experience of it for anyone who hasn't fallen down that particular rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And just sort of what triggered it, how it ended.
Okay, I'm gonna give the cliff notes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going through a very hard time in my life. I had a big decision to make, actually, and I didn't know what choice to make. And I was walking in a valley, which felt very like I felt very close to the universe, close to nature. And I was like, you know what? If the universe, if God, whatever exists, give me a sign. Give me a sign. And I went on with my life, and I watched a movie, very touching, important movie, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay, the cartoon.
The cartoon,
Right.
yes. It won an Oscar. Okay.
Great film.
Great film. And it was obviously, to this day, I believe, it was speaking to me. And the universe was speaking to me through this movie.
That film was for you.
It was specifically made for me, that moment. And yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is the answer. It gave me the answer. Here it is. And I went home, I slept, I woke up.
Hold on. What was what divine message did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse reveal?
Because like it involves other people, so I can't. There's certain things I just can't say.
Okay.
But basically, something like grow up and do the hard thing, make the hard choice that you know you should.
The arc that Miles Morales in the film had to go through mirrored a little bit your experience at the time.
Exactly.
And it felt like
it was isomorphic to my experience.
It was isomorphic to your experience. It was like the kick in the pants that you needed.
Exactly. And then, the thing, and then basically I was hit in the face with the reality of isomorphism.
Right.
And of the fact that like there are patterns in the universe that reoccur, and what happens with media, why media resonates, is because it's showing you, these stories are showing you like archetypal stories that occur in real life. There's a reason we watch Spider-Man, we watch whatever movie, we watch The Lion King, fucking Aladdin, whatever it is, and people keep talking about them 20, 30, 50 years later because these stories just keep happening. They are resonant. They are archetypes. They keep happening in different forms. And that was what I realized, and it sent me down a fucking rabbit hole. And the lived experience of it was it felt like I was on mushrooms for about a month. Yeah. Basically.
That there's a kind of high, there's a kind of vibration-y energy.
You feel like you're in tap with the universe. You feel like the universe is giving you messages. You feel like it's telling you things.
Can I ask you this then?
Yeah.
Is there a delusion that you experienced at that point of something you believed to be true then, but no longer believe to be true? Or see now that that's probably just like delusional thinking?
It's more like it's a feeling of what is actually going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if I don't know. I don't really know. Like how much of it was magical thinking, I don't know.
It sounds more like a bit of an awakening or just a perception shift.
Yeah. I wasn't doing like a lot of people that have a psychosis, they do like wild shit. They're running out in the street fucking naked and stuff. I wasn't doing any of that. I wasn't doing anything like irresponsible.
You were swinging.
Yeah.
But you didn't actually believe that the people who made Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse made that film for you.
Absolutely not.
It was more that you were meant to watch it, and that the reason why films or any media or any art is made in the first place is to resonate with people and experiences, and that's the reason why we tell stories, is to learn lessons from them.
Exactly. And that there's this weird way in which when you want a sign, you will get it.
Oh yeah.
And whether there is some force conspiring to show it to you, or whether it just, because the patterns are everywhere and there is just this as above so below isomorphism happening everywhere, it's going to present itself whatever.
Yeah.
And you know the truth of it because it's kind of inbuilt into your mind already, because again your mind is a reflection of the whole universe. It's hard to say.
Do you think perhaps that we're too good at seeking patterns and sometimes find patterns where we shouldn't, or where they are not there?
Yeah, I mean pareidolia is a thing.
Pareidolia.
Pareidolia, it's called.
For anyone who
Yeah.
for anyone who doesn't have a B-psych, pareidolia is the human tendency to find faces, I think, in objects where faces aren't there. So, for example, the classic one is if you look at a plug socket, a British plug socket, it has a dot and a thing. You see a face.
Yeah.
A tendency to find, yes, meaningful patterns where there aren't,
Exactly.
which your brain is kind of pre-programmed to do.
Yeah, no, I think there is and in fact that was a key symptom of the psychotic mind, is the patternicity of things. You're very much like everything's a fucking pattern, dude.
Mhm.
Like you're seeing the patterns everywhere. And yeah, a lot of times it's not really there. You have to be a bit critical about what you're looking at and how much of this is isomorphic and how much of it is just you're reading into things. But also, the universe is made of these patterns, and it's consistent and it's conservative in the sense that like it can't create things that don't already exist. The building blocks are there, and we're just discovering what the building blocks are.
Mm-hmm.
And
But even those building blocks are made of other building blocks.
but the point is that it's just building blocks all the way down,
Yeah.
and again, as above, so below. It's
Yes,
just
yes.
the more you look into it, the more you're like, oh, look, as above, so fucking below.
The joy of that being that you can understand a lot about the ocean by studying a single drop of water, and you being a drop of water in that ocean can learn about that universe by studying yourself.
Yeah.
But don't get carried away.
Yeah. No, the problem then is that you also, if one thing I did learn about psychosis quite recently, from a Buddhist perspective, or I think actually a Hindu perspective. I don't know the chakras and so on. I don't know what tradition that's from, but they talk about it
Both,
as like
because
both. They both
Buddhism is kind of the Christianity equivalent to the Judaism of
Yeah.
Hinduism.
But anyway, they talk about it as the opening of the third eye before you've cleared out the root chakras. So you've opened your mind to this kind of new higher order reality, but your root chakras are still blocked, and so you're unstable.
You're
And so
not grounded.
You're not grounded. Yeah, you're all over the place.
100%. Very
and-
apt description.
Yeah. So you kind of need to make sure that, because then you can become Kanye.
Yes.
If Kanye, I feel, has every chakra blocked except the third eye.
To put it into the same, if you, it's okay to believe I am a drop of water in this ocean, and I can learn about the ocean from me, the drop of water. It's another thing to think I am a very special drop of water in this ocean, and I am in fact king of all of the other drops of water. And I am more super special and more super important than all the other drops.
It has a tendency to create these delusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
And you feel like a prophet. You feel like you're gonna change the world, and you're gonna, you have all these. You see the world. No one else sees the world like
Yeah.
me.
You
I'm special.
You start wearing a lot of white. Such a red flag.
I did that.
Did you do that? Did I tell you about Jerusalem syndrome?
No.
Tell the nice boys and girls at home about Jerusalem syndrome. So there are very few mental illnesses that are geo-specific.
Mm-hmm.
One of which is Jerusalem syndrome. And this is a tendency for people who visit Jerusalem to become so overwhelmed by the religious significance of the place they're in, that they're where Solomon lived, where Jesus walked, that they lose their goddamn minds and start believing that they are either the second coming of Christ, a classic, or the second coming of Moses or some prophet of significance. It is so common that tour guides in Jerusalem are given a checklist of warning signs so that they can report people with Jerusalem syndrome. And I read the checklist. Such a joy. Symptoms include wearing all white, usually the bed sheets from the hotel that they start wearing, a wistful, wide-eyed look, and perhaps a single tear. Just a mystical, looking at things a little bit too happily, looking at things a bit too significantly, enjoying the tour a bit too much. And the final symptom is standing on some kind of a platform and giving a long, rambling, incoherent speech about the future of humanity to very confused German tourists. Jerusalem syndrome.
Wow. What about you? What about your psychosis? Tell us a bit about that.
A bit more embarrassing. A bit more embarrassing.
Because actually, if I remember correctly, it's a bit tied to Jerusalem syndrome a little bit.
Yeah, very Jerusalem syndrome-y. So how did it start? This started because I was reading a book about Jesus. A very good book called The Last Temptation of Christ. Excellent book, a film with William Dafoe by Michael Scorsese.
Oh.
Which I do not allow myself to watch. So I'm reading this book. I'm enjoying it a little bit too much. But the whole point of this book is it makes you empathize with Jesus as a human, the human half of him. And I'm reading this book, and they keep in this book talking about the curse. That he has this curse, and he's afraid of this curse, and this curse follows him around. And it's very cryptic, it's very symbolic. But then one day, I'm reading this book on the bus, which is where I used to read it going home from work on the bus. And I go, oh, I just figured it out. The curse is his crucifixion. He is going to die for this cause. That is his curse. It is his unavoidable destiny. Oh, I'm such a smart guy. Media literacy for the win. I figured it out. I get off the bus. The bus pulls away. On the bus stop on the other side of the street, and it's the same bus stop that I've always gone to every day to and from work, someone has spray painted on the bus stop the word curse and the crucifix next to it. And I go, all right, boys. All right, boys.
We're in.
If that is not proof, what is? If that is not proof, what is? It's still there, by the way, at the bus stop.
Wow.
I saw it recently. Lord knows, it was some
Yeah.
fucking emo kid.
Oh, sorry. Also, I just realized something, because you started this by saying a little bit more embarrassing than mine. Mine was a Spider-Man-induced psychosis. Okay, yours has gravitas, at least.
but yours, the lesson that you learned from yours is that, like, oh well, I'm also on a hero's journey, as is Miles Morales.
Yeah, sure.
You know, and I suppose I should try a little bit harder to overcome these hardships in my life. And mine was like, am I Jesus?
Maybe you are, dude.
Because the guy at the bus stop is saying that I am. And not only is he saying that, he's saying you're gonna die. In a really horrific way, just as you figured this out. So once Graffiti starts talking to you, you realize there's a whole bunch of graffiti around. And you start kind of going out of your way to look for graffiti.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And every time you find graffiti, especially if it's new, you go, okay, well, what is this? This is about me. So
What do you have any memories of some
there's
graffiti?
one specific graffiti that says, skate fast, smoke grass, eat us.
What was the message that you took from that?
Oh, the message is very clear.
Tell me.
Skate fast, smoke grass, eat us.
Well, you took it literally.
Oh,
Did you
no,
buy
I took that
skates?
as perhaps that's what not to do.
Okay.
I was doing one out of those three things.
Which was?
I was not skating fast and I was not eating gas.
Oh, I was hoping it was eating gas.
I'm diabetic, so,
Fair. It's quite sugary.
you know.
Yeah.
So a little more embarrassing. A bit more
Okay.
delusions of
And
grandeur.
how did you like get out of it?
So, the underlying cause, I think, like you said as well, you were going through a hard time, was I was not getting any sleep for this period. I was working like 16-hour shifts at my job, which was a very hard job. I would then go home, smoke a joint, fucking spaz out in my mind, sleep at 3 in the morning because I'm having all of these thoughts, then wake up at 6, go to work, blah, 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 do it again and again and again. On the walk home every time, looking at the graffiti, if there's any new graffiti. Once the graffiti starts speaking to you, what else starts speaking to you? For example, Spotify algorithms. What song comes next? Oh, that could be a message. And then that goes from that could be a message to that is a message every single time. Cats.
Cats?
Cats.
Go on.
So you're walking and there's a cat. What does that mean? It's got to mean something. Everything's a message. So then it became what the color of the cat is dependent on a certain message. If there's 2 cats,
Okay.
and I was never quite sure if the cats were on my side, but they were certainly watching. Of course, they were watching because I was staring at the cats like, What do you mean? What do you mean?
Did you do anything like embarrassing, dangerous, bad?
No, thankfully.
Mm.
I was planning on writing graffiti messages back to whoever was sending me messages, which I'm really happy I never did. It's because I'm lazy. Like, I never got my shit together enough to go to the ironmonger and get like silver spray paint or whatever would be dramatic. And I never knew what message I was going to send back. So I'm very glad I didn't do that.
All right.
But that was just a bit of a spazzy mess. And then one day I'm in the kitchen. I quit my job, handed in my notice. Like 2 weeks notice. On like the day before my last day, I spilled a whole bunch of boiling oil on my hand. I was working as a chef. And that shit fucking sobered me up right quick.
Wow.
Very, very quick. Nothing like extreme pain.
Yeah. It grounds you, right?
It fully grounded me.
Yeah.
And then I had left my job as well, and then I'm like, you're probably just some fucking weird emo kid spraying controversial shit on a bus stop.
Yeah.
You know? All it takes is one coincidence, and you just fucking...
You're off the rails.
Ugh.
Let's see. I think I actually handled it quite well in the sense that like I was just I just reached out to all the people closest to me and I just rambled at them, you know.
Oh yeah, okay.
But it was very like it was emotional, you know. I was opening up to them and it was nice, and it would normally start like they would be very worried about me to start for the first like hour.
Yeah.
By hour 4 they're like okay I see what you're saying.
You
I see
wore
what
them
you're saying. Yeah. They'd ask enough questions and I'd give enough coherent.
Yeah.
'Cause I was coherent. Like I was making sense. It wasn't like I was talking complete nonsense.
You were saying kind of weird things.
I was saying very weird things. What was very interesting as well was that there were no ums, no filler words, no nothing. I was talking at a clip that I've never talked at before or since. Like it was just like
Also very Kanye as well.
Yeah.
To do
But
that.
in my look, when I listen to Kanye and Cat Williams, I go,
Yeah.
I remember. I remember that. but it was weird for me. Yeah, it was a little bit different, I guess. I don't know. I was a little bit grounded. I knew
Yeah.
I was being weird.
Yeah.
I knew that this wasn't normal.
Did you think you were special or better than other people or ordained?
I thought I was special, but I thought everyone was special.
That's it, man.
I
That's
thought like it was this weird thing where I was like, oh, I'm the one that needs to show people that they're special.
Yeah.
So there was still a sort of grandiose thing going on, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm actually special. It's like, oh no, but everyone needs to realize that they're special too.
Right.
That kind of thing.
That is the way to get out of it, by the way. If anyone watching said, oh, Hermes Trismegistus and table tennis, I like Hermes Trismegistus and I play table tennis. So this episode is about me, in a way.
Yeah.
In a way it is. If you're struggling with that kind of thing, one, listen, talking to people, fantastic, because I fucking spoke to no one about this. This was
And so
entirely...
you're getting your own head and you're just on the hamster wheel, right?
I don't even know if anyone noticed that anything was wrong, because they might not have.
It's on your head, right?
It's just all in my head. Maybe slight changes of behavior, or looking at graffiti a bit too hard. But the way to get out of it was I heard a great talk from a very crazy man on YouTube who has bipolar disorder, and he said when people suffer from like a messiah complex, thinking they're special or ordained or meant to serve some purpose, you are, but so is everyone else. So the problem is not that you identify with Jesus. Identifying with Jesus means you want to be a really nice guy and you want to make the world a better place. Fantastic. That's what everyone kind of wants to do deep inside. So to get out of a messiah complex is not to stop believing that you're the messiah. It's to start believing that so is everyone else. That everyone has this piece of Jesus in them that you feel. Everyone wants to make the world a better place. Everyone feels this love. So it's not that you don't have that, it's that so does everyone else. It's not that you, the drop in the ocean, or not a part of the ocean. It's that you're not the only part of the ocean, buddy.
Bingo.
We're all Spider-Mans.
We all have a little torch in our hand, and if we all light it up at the same time, we'll see the whole room.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Wow. I got out of it by taking mushrooms. And
I got into it by taking That's really interesting. Is that true?
No, yeah, it was really strange actually.
Wow.
And I was with a friend, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna take some mushrooms," and it brought me down to earth. Like after about an hour, I was like, "Okay, I'm normal again." And he's like, "You are normal. Holy shit!" Like he could see it, like even the way I was talking, my energy, and I was out.
It cancelled it out?
Cancelled it out.
Because you were kind of already on a mushroom trip.
Yeah, but it's weird that it didn't
Make it way
me
worse.
higher, right?
Yeah, that's what I
How
would have
strange.
thought.
It was very, very strange.
That's
So
interesting.
I think that's a nice place to end.
Yeah.
Take mushrooms, guys.
Should we give another shout out to this beautiful studio?
Yes, streamhouse.media, guys. This is a fucking great studio. You should check it out if you want to
Yeah.
record a podcast. But we almost forgot something.
No.
We need to pick a thing from the bowl, dude, for the next episode.
Of course.
So I have forgotten the bowl once again, but we have a makeshift bowl here again, provided by streamhouse.media.
They even have nice bowls,
Look,
guys.
it's a nice bowl.
They even
Lovely
have
bowl.
nice bowls.
So yes, take a
Yeah, we
take a
can
Ryan
really
paper.
cannot stress enough how thrilled we are to be in this beautiful room. How much nicer it is from your flat in Barmla.
Yeah. This is such an upgrade. I don't know how I will ever go back to the drivel of my own home studio. Oh, wow.
Should I go
Perfect.
first?
Well, yes. No, it's my
Okay,
it's
okay.
Last Hermes table tennis was yours, so now it's yours goes first. God,
Elephants.
elephants. Perfect.
Oh, Okay, yeah, I already have like 30 minutes on this. I have many theories.
Oh, I have so
I've
much
thought
shit.
about this a lot. Now I get to think about it some more.
Yeah, diba?
That's so bad. I might have to learn Sanskrit by next week. Not a joke.
Okay, everyone, thank you for joining us for another episode of Two Guys, One Bowl. We have been OnlyDans, Dan Schwireb, Dan Diacono. Join us next, hopefully, month, 3 weeks, 2 weeks. I don't fucking know. We have ADHD. It's really awful to try and keep on a schedule. But join us for God Elephants. It's going to be fun.
Adios.
Bye.